we'll be bringing you more details about that, but we have one more piece of breaking news. We're learning that CNN News18 has accessed the remand copy of the accused in the Jahangirpuri riots. So we're going to be returning perhaps to the Delhi story. My colleague Siddhant is with us right now to bring us more details. We're returning for a second back to Jahangirpuri in Delhi. Siddhant, bring us details about the remand copy, please, of the accused in the Jahangirpuri riots. Which accused is this? Do bring us more details.
We are perhaps the only channel to access the remand copy of the accused. These accused were produced before the magistrate court yesterday, and they were sent to the police custody. Now, we did tell our viewers yesterday the grounds on which Delhi police got remand from the court. Now we have a proof. The remand copy that I believe we are putting out for our viewers. Now, remand copy says that Ansar, along with his 4 to 5 other companions, reached the procession and started fighting with the people. Point number one. Point number B, the Delhi police made in the court is that Delhi police has to find out the source from where they got the weapon, and although the police tried to stop him, police also said in the remand that when Ansar started fighting with the peaceful procession, police tried stopping them, but the rioters did not stop, and by then the crowd had increased and many policemen got injured. Around in the court, Delhi police also said that it is necessary to find the mastermind behind this whole incident, and the police is investigating in the same manner. So this is first time Delhi police is putting it before the court on record that Ansar, Sonu and others are not the mastermind. They are still yet to identify the mastermind, and for that the custodial interrogation of Ansar and other accused is needed, and that is why the court granted police custody of Ansar and the other accused. Also, they have to say Ansar first came along with 4-5 other companions, other boys, and they started fighting. They started the brawl, the ruckus, and that was a trigger point. Now, when police intervened and asked Ansar and his the boys along with him to stop, not to do it, they did not listen, and suddenly the police was outnumbered by the crowd, the supporters of Ansar, and that's how the peaceful procession of Hanuman Jayanti turned violent. So this is what Delhi police has said in the remand note that has been exclusively accessed by CNN News18 for our viewers.
Siddhant, you've been covering this story over the last few days. I'm now going to go over to my colleague Anand Narsimhan. Anand, we were just sharing with our audience details from the remand copy. Could we hear your perspective, please?
Yes, to our viewers, this is page 3 of the remand copy. And this is the operative 3 or 4 paragraphs in which we need to read carefully, because what the remand copy, what it's saying is very clearly, the procession comprised of nearly 400 to 500 people, 1 chariot, 2 vehicles of sound system, 50 to 60 two-wheelers and various devotees. The procession was initially peaceful, but at around 6 p.m., one person, namely Ansar, who's been also seen as the main accused and mastermind, came with 4 to 5 associates and started arguing with the members of the procession. The arguments culminated into stone pelting, stampede, though the police tried to pacify the situation, but the stone pelting and raising of slogans gained momentum. The intimation regarding the disturbance of law and order was duly sent to the control room. Northwest District and additional police force was called for. Nearly 40 to 50 tear gas shells were also fired, giving due warning to the crowd. Then they are saying it is further submitted that SI Medalal, PS Jahangirpuri, police station Jahangirpuri, sustained bullet injuries due to the riot situation that was created on the spot, and 6 to 7 police officers, public persons received injuries. Damage was caused to vehicles. During investigation on the basis of CCTV footage and identification by the injured persons, 21 people have been arrested till now and 2 CCL have been apprehended. Thus, in the backdrop of the above submission, request is made for granting 2-day police custody remand of the accused Ansar and Salim Chikna. So this is the page, this is the second page, page 3. Now let's look at the next page, and I'm just going to see if we can access the next page too. The next page of the remand copy, very clearly also showing, I'm just going to see if I can flip across. Yeah, there you go. This is the first page. This is the 4th page. Now, the present application for police custody remand is opposed by the counsel for the accused, stating that the accused persons have been falsely framed. But on the other hand, they are saying the prosecution has stated that the situation that transpired on the spot turned into riots as weapons were used. And since the investigation is at initial stages, police custody remand is required to unearth the complete conspiracy to trace out the entire chain of events. So this is what they are saying, that the fight was started, the procession was peaceful, the fight was started when this group led by Ansar came and started accosting and turned it into an argument, and then from there stone pelting and ruckus, rioting, everything started. So that's what it's written. It is also saying, it is further opposite to the state to state that the role of each accused person has to be ascertained in detail in order to trace out the entire chain of incident. Further, the weapons used and their illegal source has to be unearthed. It is further stated that the investigation is at a nascent stage and remaining accused persons are yet to be apprehended. Further, the sustained interrogation of the accused persons is required to ascertain the complete conspiracy and the mastermind behind the same. Therefore, they are saying Ansar and Salim, they should be further sent to police custody. Very clearly, the cops maintain this was a conspiracy, there is a mastermind, and the provocation was deliberate. We've been saying that this is not just it's a pre-planned violence. Questions are arising as to how are they ready with weapons? How is it that one of the accused, Sheikh, has actually, during interrogation, accepted that he is the one who supplied the bottles? So why were they ready with weapons and bottles, etc.? If it was an altercation, you and me would realize that in a procession, if there is an altercation, the altercation can ensue, but the police was present there. Why is it that 40 to 50 tear gas shells had to be fired? And in a procession of 400 to 500 people, it was peaceful. This is these people who come and they start an altercation, and then the reaction, the readiness with which they were, they attacked the crowd, and police personnel and civilians got injured and vehicles got damaged. So that's what the cops are coming out and saying, that clearly there is much more to it than meets the eye as far as, and that's why they are very strongly saying that this is what needs to be done, that we need extra custody, police custody, 2 more days of remand of the main accused. So this is the second page where they are saying that 2 days police custody for the accused Ansar and Salim Chikna has been moved by Inspector Pradeep Paliwar, and there's a reason why they want to do this, and that is in page number 3, where they say the procession comprised nearly of 400 to 500 people, 1 chariot, and they said the procession was initially peaceful, but at around 6 p.m. one person, namely Ansar, came with 4 to 5 associates and started arguing with members of the procession. The arguments culminated into stone pelting, stampede, and then 40 to 50 tear gas shells were also fired, giving due warning to the crowd. So this is the critical part where they are saying, this is page 3, and if we go back to the next page, page 4, where they say they want to ascertain whether or not it was a clear conspiracy. This portion where they are saying sustained interrogation of the accused persons is required to ascertain the complete conspiracy and the mastermind behind the same. So once again, the cops believe that Ansar was the person who conducted or perpetrated or started it all with an argument there, but he was following somebody's instructions. Somebody else was the mastermind. This game was being played, and somewhere somebody said, go ahead and do this, and this was the instructions given to the likes of Ansar, Salim Chikna, Sheikh, and all of the others. But who is that person? What is this bigger conspiracy? That's what the cops want to determine, and that's what they're going to get to the bottom of.
Anand, thank you so much for breaking that down for us. That's my colleague Anand Narsiman. He was sharing with us right now details from the remand copy that we are presenting to you right now on your screen.